Hello and welcome to Garden and Allotment Tips podcast, hosted by Gardening with Ben. I hope you're all well. If you've not checked out my main podcast, check out Gardening with Ben on any podcast platform, and there's over 140 episodes for you to listen to. There's even a link in the description of this one if you want to go and check it out. That's my main podcast channel where it gets loads of views every single day, so go and check it out. So today in this podcast, these are just short 5-minute episodes where we talk about different topics every single episode, and today we are going to be talking about allotment paths. Yes, allotment paths. So what are allotment paths? Well, obviously it's a path for you to walk along, but these tend to separate out between the different vegetable beds, the flower beds, from the greenhouse, from the entrance of your plot. But yeah, it's good to have allotment paths, and the reason why you need to think about where you want your allotment paths is to try and stop you from getting as muddy as possible, really, because they can get sludgy during the winter months and you may end up slipping over and falling over, which I've done plenty of times on my plot. But it's good to have a decent allotment path, and obviously they mark out where everything is on your plot, and you can move them from time to time if you need be, and to how you want them to be. So what type of allotment paths can you have? Well, there's 3 main types of allotment paths. The first one being paving slabs. Now, paving slabs is my favourite out of all the garden paths, and the reason why the paving stones are my favourite is because you don't get muddy on them. They are stone, and obviously if you've been on any beds, the mud will just drop off onto the stone and you can sweep it up and keep it looking nice and tidy. And if you want to have a clean them up, you can just hose them down when you're going round with a hose pipe, and yeah, they'll look good again and nice and clean and tidy. And obviously they're easier to keep the weeds down because no light will get through it. You can even put black membrane underneath it if you want to stop the weeds from growing up in between the paving slabs, which I've done on mine. And obviously with paving slabs, you can more often than not get them for free. And if you look on Facebook Marketplace, there's always people advertising paving stones because they don't want to take them to the tip, and you can more often than not get them for free. And they certainly are the best thing that you can have as a path on your allotment. If I could have all my paths paving stones, I would do, but it's taking me a while to get it all done. But every year I keep getting a few more and improving my paths every single year. Now the next one being woodchip. Woodchip is not my favourite out of all the paths to have. The reason being is that obviously it looks nice and fantastic once it's all down. It looks really nice and posh and natural, and the only thing is with woodchip is that it rots down and disintegrates, as it is a mulch, so it'll just rot down eventually, and you'll end up having to keep replacing it and adding more to it. But the thing is that, like, if you've been working on your flower beds and stuff and you've got mud on your shoes and stuff, and stand on your woodchip paths, it'll collect it all, it'll spread it round, it'll end up everywhere, and it's not one that I personally like. And the slugs seem to hibernate in it, and they enjoy it because it's moist and lots of insects and everything around it. But again, you can more often than not get this for free, because if you talk to tree surgeons, people who are chopping trees down regularly, they'll shred up a lot of their branches and they'll have to pay to tip it away. So more often than not, they'll want to give it away for free and let you have it. So talk to people, get in touch with them, and hopefully you can get some free woodchip if it's the stuff you want to use. The last one being a grass path. A lot of people like the grass paths. I do like them personally, but I haven't got the time to maintain them and keep them looking neat and tidy. Obviously it's a case of laying the grass seed down and keeping it trimmed down, but you don't necessarily have to have a petrol mower or an electric mower. You can just have a roller mower, which is just push operated, and it will keep it nice and trimmed and looking good. That's what one of my neighbours used to do on his plot, and it used to look nice actually, really good. But the only thing is, obviously in the winter months it'll become sludgy and messy, and the grass will die as you're standing on it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's up to you whether you want to try it or not, but have a look around and see what sort of garden path that you want. Plan it out on a bit of paper, draw it up, and they are important to have your paths. If you've got a decent path, it will make the rest of your plot look better. If you've got it under control, then you don't need to concentrate on looking after your paths. You can just concentrate on looking after your vegetable beds and your flower beds and stuff like that. So that has been today's topic. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do click that subscribe button, because there's quite a lot of people subscribing now, which is brilliant. And until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts.